First thing you're going to need for this craft is a shadow box from the Dollar Tree and ribbon of your choice. I also had a couple of pieces of ribbon laying around from other projects I'm going to be looping together with this cotton skein of yarn that I got also from the Dollar Tree. I also chose these gorgeous burgundy flowers, so that is what we are going to be using to make our little Mickey or mini shadow box, flower shadow box. So gently pull out any centerpiece that is in the middle, especially if you're using this one, because I loved the orange plaid in the back and I wanted to use that. You can always reuse that centerpiece for another project. But again, be mindful if you're going to use the background of the shadow box and not fill it in with your own scrapbook paper, then be very gentle not to tear too much, because we are going to cover that with these flowers, but you also don't want it to take up a large portion. Here I am cutting off the very tips of those flowers because I want them to lie as flat as possible. So of course, the more that you cut off, you will actually get them to lie flush with the actual shadow box. So here I'm just arranging them, and you may need to get 2 stems of whatever flowers you're using depending on the size to make sure that you have enough. Here I did run a little bit short because I did want to use up quite a bit of the shadow box space and I wanted to put it in the center, but because of how these flowers kind of fan out a little bit, you don't get the perfect circle, I guess. You'll see here when everything is said and done, and I didn't quite have enough flowers, so I had to really turn this into a Minnie Mouse floral shadow box. It is super cute, but you'll see that there's a little bit of struggles where they're not exactly even, and I will show you in a minute what I did to fix that. Here you'll see that I kind of played with a few things to see what I could do to fix it before I did the final steps to it. I even thought about utilizing the leaves that were on the flower stem, but I ended up not using those. I thought maybe I'll turn them into a bow, but no, I didn't end up doing that. So what I did was kind of rearrange the flower, moved it up a little bit, and then I filled up the gap with a cute little ribbon, which is how I turned it into Minnie Mouse. Once I had the flowers arranged a little bit different, here you can see a little bit of a gap. And so I took some of that orange ribbon and turned it into a little bow to sit offset to cover that space on the ear. Instead of doing a Minnie Mouse bow dead center, I wanted to cover up that little bit on the left side. And I think that it turned out super cute, gave it a little girly touch, and of course kind of was in the color scheme of what I wanted to do for the top of the shadow box. So next I'm taking the remnants of the fabric, or not the fabric, but the ribbon that I had showed you earlier in the video, and I just cut them in smaller strips, and then I'm going to tie them all together with that yarn. Of course, I did utilize some things I did have on hand here, but if you are going out to purchase everything, it would potentially be $5 to take care of that if you're getting everything at the Dollar Tree. But it did cost me $3 out of pocket to purchase everything that I needed. I got the shadow box, the flowers, and the ribbon all in one day. But of course, you can definitely cut your costs by utilizing things you have on hand as well, and completely make this your own. Please let me know in the comments below if you decide to make this. Of course, here you see I'm just adding a little dot of hot glue to put that all together. Here is the finished result. I absolutely love it, and I will definitely be using it for years to come. That is going to do it for this video. Again, a huge thank you to Lena from Haul Family Adventures for inviting me to this. Make sure you are, again, checking everyone else out in this collab in the link below. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!